Welcome to One Chapter, One Thought. I'm Pastor Chris from Lincroft Bible Church in New Jersey, and every weekday I read one chapter of the Bible and offer one brief devotional thought. Today's reading is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 23. While dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. In the blink of an eye, wealth disappears, for it will sprout wings and fly away like an eagle. Don't eat with people who are stingy. Don't desire their delicacies. They are always thinking about how much it costs. Eat and drink, they say, but they don't mean it. You will throw up what little you've eaten, and your compliments will be wasted. Don't waste your breath on fools, for they will despise the wisest advice. Don't cheat your neighbors by moving the ancient boundary markers. Don't take the land of defenseless orphans, for their Redeemer is strong. He himself will bring their charges against you. Commit yourself to instruction. Listen carefully to words of knowledge. Don't fail to discipline your children. The rod of punishment won't kill them. Physical discipline may well save them from death. My child, if your heart is wise, my own heart will rejoice. Everything in me will celebrate when you speak what is right. Don't envy sinners, but continue always in fear of the Lord. You will be rewarded for this. Your hope will not be disappointed. My child, listen and be wise. Keep your heart on the right course. Do not carouse with drunkards or feast with gluttons, for they are on their way to poverty, and too much sleep clothes them in rags. Listen to your father who gave you life, and don't despise your mother when she is old. Get the truth and never sell it. Also get wisdom, discipline, and good judgment. The father of godly children is cause for joy. What a pleasure to have children who are wise. So give your father and mother joy. May she who gave you birth be happy. O my son, give me your heart. May your eyes take delight in following my ways. A prostitute is a dangerous trap. A promiscuous woman is as dangerous as falling into a narrow well. She hides and waits like a robber, eager to make men unfaithful. Who has anguish? Who has sorrow? Who is always fighting? Who is always complaining? Who has unnecessary bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns trying out new drinks. Don't gaze at wine, seeing how red it is, how it sparkles in the cup, how smoothly it goes down. For in the end it bites like a poisonous snake, it stings like a viper. You will see hallucinations and you will say crazy things. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast. And you will say, they hit me, but I didn't feel it. I didn't even know it when they beat me up, when I wake up. So can I look for another drink? One thought. One of the most common experiences of our lives is having to relate to quote-unquote superiors or those in authority over us, those that have more wealth and influence and power and fame than us, and Solomon shares his wisdom with his son to prepare him for when he rubs shoulders with the rich and powerful at the beginning of Proverbs 23. He says, while dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. So in this situation, the son is clearly in a place where he is able to be invited to a powerful person's home for dinner. Maybe the son is doing good work, like another proverb said, that those that are competent workers will stand before kings. Or maybe he's just well connected, whatever it may be. He's able to be invited over to this ruler's house. But Solomon warns him, this is not just a time to hang out. When you go to someone who is rich and powerful to their house, when they explicitly invite you, it's not a time to let your guard down and act like you're best buddies with this person. He wants his son to pay attention, and he must pay attention to the deeper realities of what's actually happening in this situation. This is not just an innocent meal, but there's something more going on here. And Solomon then explains how to pay attention better to what's happening here in verse 2. He says, if you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. So this is a metaphor, right? If you've ever seen those movies where someone takes an innocent person captive and they have a knife and then they hold it up to their throat, obviously that person that's being held captive with the knife at their throat is not going to be eating anything. In other words, what Solomon is doing here with this image is saying, have self-discipline. The wise person doesn't just show up to a party naively and then they're like gobbling up everything. They're eating, they're drinking with abandon. They're completely oblivious to what's happening around them. Solomon is saying, when you're with the powerful, don't be careless. Don't act too comfortable. Don't act too casual. But why? Well, he gets to the point of the whole proverb here in verse 3. He says, don't desire all their delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Being wined and dined is a test of character. And again, in the movies, right, you see these instances where you have this powerful person and he lavishes these gifts on someone who's more ordinary and gives them expensive things or invites them over and shows them their house and has a great meal. But then when this person is being wined and dined, that powerful person knows that they have them. They have their hooks in them. They own them. And then they're able to say, hey, you need to do this thing for me, which might be illegal or very dangerous or all of that. And so Solomon is saying, do not be naive when you're in these situations. You need to be wise and you need to be discerning. It doesn't mean that every dinner you're invited to, you'll be tricked or he says he might be trying to trick you. He doesn't say he is, but Solomon is saying when you are interacting with the rich, with the powerful, you need to have discernment and self-discipline.